Demonstrate leadership, take responsibility, be a role model, and encourage others. The Chagrin Valley Conference will not tolerate harassment or discrimination of any type from any players, coaches, or fans. If you witness any violation of these standards, please report this behavior to the school administrator, the game management team, or the nearest law enforcement officer. On behalf of the Chagrin Valley Conference and our member schools, we ask you to practice these core values as sportsmanship and thank you for your support. We live in a country with freedoms like no other. In order to honor America and respect for all those who serve our country and defend our freedoms, you are invited to stand and sing our national anthem.
Welcome in, folks. CVC TV back on the air tonight. The matchup, of course, going to be, again, the Kirtland Hornets, the Lady Hornets, taking on the visiting Chagrin Falls Lady Tigers. Last game of the regular season for both teams right here on CVC TV. Kyle Cornell, AA Anthony Alfred with you, as always, on the call. AA, welcome back.
Yeah, great to be back.
Going to be an exciting matchup for this game, of course. Two teams that are, again, above 500 on the season. Kirtland's really found their form later in the year. As for Chagrin Falls, stumbling a bit, but coming off a big win against Orange a few days ago, AA, trying to keep momentum going as they both prepare for playoffs next week.
Yes, and we are inching close to those playoffs and cannot wait. But this game, they got to figure things out, and we can't wait for it to all play out.
And we are underway from Kirtland High School again here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon, getting ready for some snow in Northeast Ohio. But until then, again, we have playoff basketball near and far here almost as we wrap up the regular season today, AA. And both these teams, as we mentioned, above 500, playing some good basketball throughout the year, just trying to end on a high note today.
Yeah, and both teams, they have like a tough schedule. Of course, you know, size is going to be an issue. We'll talk about it throughout, but here we go. So they kind of close this out. How fitting ending with a tough matchup like this on both sides.
And a tale of two different teams, too. You talk about, obviously, Kirtland's senior leadership, 4 starting seniors in the lineup. They've been together for a long time. As that layup's no good. Ball going to trickle out of bounds, go back to the Lady Tigers. Chagrin Falls on the other side, double A. Only one senior starting. Of course, number 20, Lily Stukas. But other than that, youth on this team for the Lady Tigers.
I was going to say, we had to pay very close attention to the JV game because you're going to see some people from the JV game perhaps here. But as you mentioned, at this point, getting that experience while they're young, they got experience minutes, and that's a good thing.
So a little floater inside. That one no good off left side. Rebound pulled in by Kirtland. Board to the inside there by Christina Kadek, and now back come the Lady Hornets. 3-pointer on the way. That's front iron, no good. Ball tipped out. Eventually pulled in by Kirtland. Good track done there by Kennedy Boyd. She'll dish off. Another 3-pointer on the way. That one's good. Good shot by Emily Ridgway. Her first points of the game, and our first points overall. 3-0 Kirtland.
And she almost got the steal right after the May shot. See her energy on the offensive side and then even on the defensive side as well.
Two teams evenly matched. 13-8 Kirtland this year. 12-9 Chagrin Falls. Lady Hornets coming off a big win against Andrews Osborne last night, so playing back-to-back days.
The 2 games within 24 hours.
Oh, tough ask for anybody there. Is that shot is no good. Jump ball going to get called, and it should go back to Kirtland, and it will.
I mean, think about this. They played last night at 5:30, the 5:30 p.m. tip. And here they are, 12:15, 12:20 on a Saturday afternoon, back on the floor. At least it's not practice. At least they're on the floor playing a game. I think the ladies would prefer that.
Yeah, definitely is. 6 minutes to go in this first quarter.
Nice defense.
And Chagrin Falls playing some suffocating defense now. It's like one of the few times we've actually seen some man defense getting played out there.
Yeah, that was Abby Kay, number 2, locked in. You see the man-to-man, and it's definitely impacting in favor of Chagrin.
Avery Russell comes up with a steal. She'll push into the forecourt. Russell trips, passes through. Ball going to be turned over back to Kirtland. Here comes Ridgway. She'll dish off.
And one of the challenges that Chagrin Falls is going to have to face is the size advantage that Kirtland has.
We talked about it, though. You mentioned watching the JV game for Chagrin Falls. They've got some height with some of the freshman girls out there. Just got to get them ready to play on this next level, and they'll be able to compete at an even higher level in the years to come. Going to be fun to watch this Lady Tigers team over the next few years.
This pressure defense is fun to watch, Kyle.
And a foul going to be committed by Kennedy Boyd. That should be her first. And Lady Tigers trying to get some momentum here as Anna Sumstorff will check into the game for the Lady Hornets, number 10.
How about Stukas, number 20, was just locked in defensively. And we only point her out because she got the steal, but every lady on the defense, she takes the shot.
Oh, Stukas knocks it down. No one checked her, and Lily Stukas steps right up, hits the big 3, tied up at 3 apiece. 5 minutes to go in this first quarter.
They're taking the defensive pressure and use it on the offensive side.
Which when you play man, sometimes it can be tough to trap and play close up. Is now a 3-pointer again. Ridgway on the way, and it's good. Emily Ridgway, her second 3-pointer of the first quarter.
And from pretty much the exact same spot, she made the first shot.
And Kirtland playing more of a matchup zone here. Going to be a travel called on Russell. So a turnover. Lady Hornets get the ball back. Looks like 33 Chloe Hansen going to check into the game as well. Now bringing some more size out there, height especially at 6'2" for Kirtland.
I mean, this is a high-level basketball that we're seeing from both of these teams. You can tell they're well coached, and it's going to be a great matchup. I
think both coaches obviously gushed about the other team, too. They say, hey, this is a really good challenge for us as we get ready for playoff action next week. And of course, Chagrin versus Valley divisions. Ball out of bounds, going to stay with Kirtland. Another sub in for Chagrin Falls will be number 23, Carolyn Lynch, one of the seniors coming off the bench.
I like Kirtland's commitment to going in the paint, even though Chagrin Falls is making life difficult in the paint. But they're using it to perhaps try to get that outside game.
And a tough inbounds pass. That ball almost taken away. Good defense there by Abby Kay. You mentioned she's been all over on the defensive end. Ball trickles through, but picked up by Kadek.
And good job by Avery Russell playing the passing lane.
Ridgway thought about another 3, this time from the top. She dribbles through, layup is up, and it's good. Emily Ridgway with 8 early points. She's got all of Kirtland's points. 8-3 lead. Mid-range shot up. That one's good. A shot by Russell.
And Russell did a great job. She put her hands up saying, hey, I'm open down the floor. And the ball got right to her and got those points.
Now you break those presses. A lot of times you want to try and dribble through it, but passing is the easiest way to break it. Good look inside. Layup is up. That one's long. Rebound pulled in by Chagrin Falls.
That was a good look. Kirtland should at some point go back to that look.
Stukas working her way inside. That's no good. Rebound pulled in by Hanson. She'll dish off. Now Kirtland will slow things down a bit. It's Emma Thatcher in the game now as well. Or I should say rather that was Addison Fleming bringing the ball up into the forecourt for the Lady Hornets.
Oh, my goodness. Nothing is comfortable in that man-to-man defense.
It's suffocating, too. You can play man, you can play off a little bit, but there's press coverage on that man, too. So you're feeling every defender. What a move by Ridgeway inside left hand. That's no good. She falls. Rebound tracked down by Chagrin Falls. And Gabby Byrne, she'll push up. Russell thought about taking that mid-range, but eventually gets taken away by Kay taking a foul called.
That time, the open man was there, but a split second to think about it a little bit too much, Kyle. There was a little bit too much air on the pass, which led to the turnover.
And they call that foul on Abby Kay. That'll be her first. Ball going back to Kirtland on the steal. 8-5 to score, 2:52 to go in this first quarter. And Kirtland behind Emily Ridgeway, the senior. She's got all 8 of the Lady Hornets points. Have pulled out in front here early. Sizing up. Kennedy Boyd trying to work that right side. Takes a screen from Hanson. Huge hit. That ball taken away. Fast break opportunity. Byrne pushing. She'll lay it up. Takes the foul. And 2 shots on the way for the freshman, Gabby Byrne.
Man, let me tell you, Kyle. I mean, the way that they're playing these passing lanes and the speed, incredible.
First foul called on Lauren Palagi. So that's going to again send Byrne to the free throw line where she knocks down the first. Another one of those freshmen we talked about. Impressive, earning a starting spot, playing some good basketball.
Making an impact. Again, we talked about it, even if you're young, at this point in the season, you've gained some, some experience, some valuable minutes.
Now Byrne hits both free throws. Now 1-point game with 2.5 minutes to go into this first quarter. Also senior Abby Coy, number 10, checking in for Chagrin Falls. So the seniors playing a different kind of role for the Tigers than for Kirtland. Big steal there, but some effort off the bench, and you're liking that energy right now. Here comes Byrne. She pushes up. That ball tipped and taken away. Great defense there by Palagi. She'll push it back up, then taken back away by Byrne.
Oh, my goodness.
Now back and forth we go. Kirtland, a couple of subs checking in. You see Molly Wheatley, another freshman, checking back in for Chagrin Falls. Ridgeway back in for Kirtland as well with 1:46 to go in this first quarter. The Tigers have pulled ahead. 2 evenly matched teams, only a game difference between the two.
I mean, 2 evenly matched, and the effort is at a high level. Now, this is the person they're going to have to guard. Oh, good block.
Great defense by Russell. Now Chagrin Falls will push. Wheatley trying to work that right side, passing back out. Russell thinking about a three-pointer. Good pump fake. She'll dish cross court. 3 on the way. Short iron, no good. Tracked down by Ridgeway. She'll get it back, and Kirtland will bring it up.
Way to get that arm up, on that 3-point attempt defensively.
Fantastic defense. And, of course, rebounding going to be big for both these teams. Something, obviously, Chagrin Falls has talked about. Mentioned the height difference. Playing good against high, getting position, getting rebounding going to be huge for the Lady Tigers. There's another sub checking in for Chagrin Falls. Lily Stukas back into the game. Of course, leading scorer Stukas at over 15 points per game, but she's close behind Avery Russell. She averages almost 15 a game as well, so a good 1-2 punch.
True.
Senior-sophomore combo. Ridgeway trying to work inside. She'll pass out. Boyd thought about that 3. She'll dish off. Passing through. Great defense again by the Tigers. Russell with the ball.
And great job not leaving your feet either.
Pass through, went for that layup. Ball tipped out of bounds, and it is going to go back to Kirtland. Going to push the issue there on the offensive end. And a Sumstorf back into the game. And again, some line changes, so to speak. Chloe Hansen back in as well for Kirtland.
And you can see here both of these coaches maximizing on high-level minutes. Not trying to drain anything out, but you see with the speed that everyone's playing on this floor.
Well, only 9 girls on the Kirtland roster, so rotating them through. you credit the coach Ridgway being able to find a role for everybody.
Ooh,
it looks like, Boyd stepped on that baseline. Ball going to go back to the Tigers AA.
Well, I believe was in Hanson, I thought, was supposed to get the pass and went a little bit away from her. Kirtland not able to save it.
Yeah, Boyd just tried to get that ball to the corner. It was an open shot. Three-pointer on the way. The other side, it's good. Huge shot right there from Stukas. She knocked it down. Her second three-pointer, 14-8. Chagrin Falls, remember, it was 8-5. Kirtland, but Chagrin Falls is winning a 9-0 run.
Who knew all the shooters was in this gym right now?
And Boyd throws it away. She's getting some contact and some frustration rolling over for Kirtland. Now, remember, this is their home finale in the regular season. They'll host the playoff game here in about a week or so. But
Chagrin Falls is not playing defense that make it comfortable. That was a hard screen.
A huge screen. And again, talk about the frustration. It looked like maybe Boyd ran through that. See who they officially give the call to here. Contact from a couple players on that far side of the court.
See, sometimes you think with these Saturday afternoon starts, it's like, oh, you kind of slow pace your way through. Not today.
So it's going to be on Boyd. That's going to be her second. So watch that now. Another three-pointer on the way. Stukas no good off right side. Rebound pulled in by Hanson.
Got 5 seconds.
Ridgway's got a push. Going to pull from half court. It's on the way. And it just misses off left. That's how we end the first quarter. 14-8 the score. Not for a lack of excitement. Tell you what, Chagrin Falls ends at a 9-0 run. They lead by 6 right here on CVC TV. What a first quarter AA.
Man, what a first quarter for this Chagrin Falls defense. I mean, every possession from the first second on, they are in Kirtland's face. They're making life very difficult in the paint, and they're using their defense to create on the offensive side and break the presses from Kirtland.
Well, you know, who doesn't make your life difficult? They make it better. It's our presenting sponsor for CVC TV. It's the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Doctors Keith Schneider, Don Lewis, and Jill Weber. Their specialties include dental surgery and implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, and trauma reconstruction. For all of your oral surgery needs, visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website at www.ohsurgery.com. And, of course, thank you for your support of the Chagrin Valley Conference and us here at CVC TV. Also want to mention this CVC TV broadcast is brought to you by Michael and Dolezal and Company, CPAs and business advisors. For more information, you can contact them at cpaneeds.com. That's cpaneeds.com.
Kirtland did have some success with the outside shot with Ridgway. So perhaps maybe, I know they want to continue to go in the paint, and they should. I know Chagrin Falls has made life tough in there, but continue to go in the paint. But try to look for some of those mid-range to outside shot opportunities that are presented.
A bunch of threes. 3 of them in that first quarter for the Lady Tigers. Taking in the size differential and really being able to work the perimeter well, hitting those open jump shots. It's been key to this run in this first half as we're back underway in second quarter action from Kirtland High School this Saturday afternoon. A pass inside from Stukas. Layup is up and it's good. Great find on the inside right there for Abby Coy. She gets her first basket and a timeout called for Kirtland.
And they're doing a great job with the Lady Tigers, that extra pass in the paint. There's always that extra pass, and they're doing a great job in this game so far.
And being able to make that extra pass, passing up a good look for a great look. You talk about that being good team basketball, and both coaches obviously echoing that these are 2 really good teams, able to find some good looks and really set each other up for some good opportunities to score the basketball. And right now, Kirtland, after that Huff start, obviously we know still all 8 points for Emily Ridgway, but she's been stymied a little bit now as we've moved into the second half of that first quarter and into this early part of the second AA.
Well, it's that test, and this defense, they're not going to let you settle. You got to find a way to beat this press.
Now, getting it across is one thing, but now the pressure comes as Pelagi thought about that mid-range shot. She'll pass off. Ridgway has the ball here on the left wing. She works inside, tries to find her way through. She falls to the floor. That ball taken away. Great defense again by Burns. She'll push, passing up. Kay dishes cross court. Three-pointer on the way, Russell. That one's short. Pelagi loses the ball, couldn't bring it in. Now it's going to be a jump. And the arrow looks like it should be going to Kirtland, and it will. Possession arrow says Lady Hornets. They'll get the ball back.
You know, what you're kind of seeing, too, you know, they're trapping they're trapping Ridgeway.
Once she gets in the post, like right now, they're fine with the one-on-one
in the
defense.
post.
But once she gets inside that three-point line, great steal on the side by Kay, but they usually get her down low. Kay goes inside. She'll get in with the left-handed layup and score. Abby Kay's first basket.
Got to get her help. I mean, that's really what it's going to come down to, because they will continue to trap on the other side of the floor. One of her teammates is going to have to come to the basketball.
Yeah, someone needs to set some screens possibly, too. That could definitely help free up some dribble lanes. Pass inside now. Looking through. Pelagi, wrong place, couldn't get there. Great defense by Chagrin Falls. Another turnover for the Kirtland Lady Hornets. They have been out of sorts since the midway point of that first quarter.
And again, just even though it was a good look, just out of position. You come to the basketball, you avoid some of those issues.
Sumstorf back in for Kirtland. Again, playing that elevated 2-3 zone, and Chagrin Falls has been able to eat it up and find some open shots, knock him down. Three-pointer Russell again. That one left iron, no good. Ball brought in. Pass back out. Good rebound by the Lady Tigers.
And credit to Chagrin Falls, because they're just good block.
And a great block by Pelagi. She gets the ball tipped away. It's suffocating even in the half court after a rebound. That's how you know some teams again have good chemistry. When you're fighting after a defensive rebound is made to try and get a loose ball, get a steal, poke the ball free. Again, it looks like Emma Thatcher back into the game for the Lady Tigers. But that kind of camaraderie with a team, you can tell, despite being younger, they've got great movement.
And they're getting after everything. Everything. See, like right here, so a teammate needs to either set a screen or come to the basketball.
Three-pointer for Kirtland on the way. Back iron, no good. Lidstow on the basket. Rebound pulled in by Stukas. She'll pass off, and that comes Kay.
But if you get more of those looks, oh my.
Three-pointer, long one on the way. That one's no good. Kadick pulls down the rebound, passes off to Ridgeway. She'll bring the ball back up.
But if you can get more of those looks, if you're Kirtland, see, there you go. There's a screen.
Setting those screens, how you open up a teammate. Pass through Ridgeway in the post, trying to spin through, passing back out. Cross-court dish. Back inside to Kadick.
Now go back out. Now go back.
Kadick going to fight her way inside, trying to use some of that height advantage. Again goes up. That no good, but a foul called. Had to fight for that one. 2 shots on the way for Christiana Kadick. Or Christiana Kadick, I should say.
Well, you know what? Even that works. Again, you see the difference in one possession, Kyle. Just, set that screen like you just mentioned. You get the screen. You get other players moving. Without the basketball, you just can't have an offense, especially against this defense, stagnant.
Kadick knocks down the first of her 2 attempts, and that's the first point not attributed to Emily Ridgeway in this first half. Kadick able to get inside and draw a foul, looking for 2. She's hit 1. 18-9, 5:28 to go in the second quarter. Chagrin Falls with a 9-point lead. Kadick second rattles in.
I thought Kirtland, this possession, obviously they got to the free throw line. I thought their last possession was pretty good. They're now defensively on this end, put it together, which is kind of what they're starting to do.
Yeah, sometimes you got to play to your advantage. If you have the height advantage, go inside, draw some fouls, get some free throws, slow down the game a little bit, because we know that the Tigers want to push the pace and get those open looks. Good sidestep inside. Stukas up and in. Well, Stukas has 8 of her own points, and it's a 10-point lead for Chagrin Falls.
I'm gonna just say this: Chagrin Falls, they got some ballers. They got some ball handlers. You can play the best defense, but there's nothing more you can do when you can make that type move like that.
Talk about these 2 teams, obviously both in the CVC, but in different divisions. The only time they've seen each other this season. It's suffocating defense by Kay, and no help.
And Kay has started this, and you're exactly right. You got to help her out, otherwise Kay's going to have the advantage, even though she's shorter.
Yeah, Kay drove the foul there, just too much body. In those situations, too, you've seen teams maybe call a timeout if you get trapped, can't find a way out of it, no passing lanes. But to Coach Ridgeway, emphasis on trying to pass out of those and try and get some misadvantages when you're coming downhill. Overplayed defense is a good cross-court pass. Three-pointer on the way. It's good. Huge shot right there for Kirtland. And Anna Sumstorf, her first 3 points, down to a 7-point game.
And if you get more of those offensive weapons going, you'll be in good shape getting into halftime.
Russell sunk into that corner. She loves that shot on the far top of your screen. Dribbling through is Stukas trying to find a lane. She'll pass off. Stukas gets it back, working through inside amongst the Giants and scores. Stukas found her way through 3 defenders and finished inside with the rights.
Man, incredible stuff.
The reason why she averages almost 16 points a game. Stukas with a great first half here.
You can't do it by yourself, Kyle.
Now take it away. Stukas is going to try. She dishes off. Corner. Russell, three-pointer on the way. That's no good. It's long. Rebound tracked down by Chagrin Falls. Kay now a long two. That's front iron, no good. Pulled in by Kadick.
Can't believe I'm saying this because Chagrin Falls is the undersized team, but maybe the inside game would be for the best.
Well, sometimes when you have it working, you have it
working.
working.
Oh, my goodness, good steal.
A steal by Russell, and there's going to be a timeout called by Chagrin Falls. Great awareness there from the coaching staff to get that call. And I tell you what, the Lady Tigers dominant right now, AA.
They are, and, they have the ball handlers to make things happen. I'll tell you, let me mention something real quick about Kay, number 2, Abby Kay. She's listed as 5'3". She plays like she's 5'9". Like, her defense, like she plays tall, and she's suffocating the offensive side, the offensive players.
She's been basically tasked with handling the ball handler. That brings it up for Kirtland, whether it be Ridgeway or one of the other young ladies up there. We've even seen some Storf, too, bring the ball up a few times, and KB tasked with pressuring her. We've seen her pressure Kennedy Boyd as well at a good level. Playing multiple different players on defense, heights obviously ranging in there as well, and being able to attack on defense and be that pest while still contributing a little bit, obviously, on the offensive end, too. Kay bringing the ball up a few times, some good ball movement, has a layup as well in this game. It's impressive.
And it started from second one, and she set the tone, and this defense set the tone with the high-pressure man defense.
Mid-range shot from Kay. That one's short, pulled in by Ridgeway. And she'll bring the ball up for Kirtland, trying to fight back into this game down 9, 3 minutes to go here in this first half.
Again, get some screens, work without the ball.
Tell you what, great read by Stukas. She pushes the ball now. Left side, left hand, it's up. It's no good. The ball couldn't find the bottom of the net. Ball goes back to the Hornets.
I don't blame Stukas for taking it because she's been
been
on a heater.
10 points for Stukas here in this first half. She's been phenomenal out there. Ridgeway trying to back down.
There you go. Keep moving without the ball. That's going to be your key here with 2:35 before half.
Ridgeway three, it's good. Huge three-pointer there from Emily Ridgeway. She had been quiet since the midway point of that first quarter. Now she has 11 to lead all scorers.
What you have to do is just move a defender off of Ridgeway, and that's the importance of moving out the ball.
Oh, what a pass inside. Layups up. That's no good, but 2 shots on the way for Abby Coy. She drew the foul on the inside. Great pass on the baseline out. Good cut. And a couple shots on the way. That's going to be the foul on Kadick. It'll be her first.
They do a great job. Again, as we mentioned a few minutes ago, that extra pass, you dig for a hot second. Maybe you can get away with not going with. You take that extra pass, and you create a great situation for yourself.
Madison Fleming back into the game, one of the senior leaders for this Kirtland team. Second free throw is up, and it's good. Coy knocks down both. She's got 4.
Tell you what, great turnout from the fans of both teams. Of course, what you're seeing on the other side of the floor is the Kirtland home fans, but we're here on the Chagrin side, and sorry, nowhere to sit around us.
Ridgeway working top, trying to find an open lane. She'll pass off. Good ball moving cross court for the Hornets. Passing through Katie. Now working. Yep. Three-pointer on the way. It's good. Huge shot on the left side for Sumstorf. Her second three. Down to a 5-point game with 1:40 to go here in this first half.
One possession at a time. You keep at it. You keep at it. The one thing Chagrin Falls are going to have to look into offensively. Again. Oh, good look again.
That ball's it's going to be called on the floor. Let's get drive inside by Byrne. But it was a push, so it's going to be out of bounds on the baseline. And now Russell looks like she's going to check in, as well as Kennedy Boyd for Kirtland.
I think defensively, Chagrin Falls has played a flawless first half so far. Don't waste offensive possessions. Some of those outside shots you don't need. Get a good shot, mid-range in the paint, you're going to get a high percentage shot.
Long three-pointer up for Chagrin Falls. That no good. Boyd pulls in the rebound. Still dish off to Ridgeway. Ridgeway bringing it back into the forecourt. Passing off. Working on Kadick inside. She'll scoop with the right hand and draw a foul. That one's going to be on Abby Kay, and if it is, it's going to be her third foul.
And as tough a defense as she has played.
Well, it's the risk when you play as physical as she has that way. Sometimes you draw them up, but when I played, I mean, Coach always told me, hey, you got 5 fouls. Might as well as you 4 of them. So, as that first free throw is good. Koenig knocks it in.
Yeah,
Just gotta be careful when you use them.
Yes, you do. Yes.
Okay, we'll check out with those 3 fouls.
You know, when Kendrick Perkins played for the Cavs, I always wanted him to use all 6 of his fouls within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He never did.
If you're only going to play 7 minutes a game, might as
That's
well.
right. He never did. He never put his body on the line. I'm sorry.
24-19, 1:05 to go here in this first half. Russell working her way inside. Floater's no good. Got her own rebound, throws it up and draws the foul. The second effort right there from Avery Russell, going to lead to 2 free throws. It's actually 24-21. They counted those 2 free throws after they went in.
Yeah. I think it was interesting, too. You really see it. I was waiting for that free throw. When you miss an open three-pointer, those are long rebounds. And where Kirtland has done a good job is running off transition off of long rebounds. And that's when they kind of cut into this lead. Is off of missed three-pointers.
Russell gets the second one to fall. Avery Russell with 6 big points.
But when you're going to the free throw line and only shooting, the mid-range, the 2-point attempts, they're not on the run. That's where Chagrin Falls is at their best defensively. They can set traps.
Ridgeway backing down their defender, Molly Wheatley, from the timeline at half court. That cross-court pass taken in by Boyd. And she'll reset. 38 seconds to go in this first half.
It's a good recovery by Whitley, who has the matchup.
Good pass through inside, trying to find Koenig. The ball tipped out of bounds. Going to stay with Kirtland. 26.4 on the game clock here. 4-point lead for the Lady Tigers. Kirtland's been able to fire back. They were down by double digits here in the second quarter, and they've worked their way back to almost make this a one-possession game if they can score here.
Again, keep an eye on Ridgeway. She's guarded by the freshman.
5-second violation, the first one we've seen, just late movement on the back end. I'll tell you what, Slumstorf had that open three-point shot, but just a little bit too late on that move, and they inbounded it at 5.4 seconds instead of 5, so it's a turnover.
So let's see here, 26 seconds. They're going to have to do something that maybe they're not used to doing, and that's settling. But everything's going to be quick. It's going to be fast. See, again, they're right back on the movement.
Here comes Russell. She'll work inside. Layup floater up. That's no good. Back on. Gets her rebound again. Throws it in. Avery Russell with the second effort for the second time in a row. A 6-point lead back for Chagrin Falls. 5 seconds here on the clock. Get pass inside. Koenig layup. That's no good. Tipped out of bounds. And that is how we should end the first half. 27-21 the score. The Lady Tigers lead the Lady Hornets here on CVC TV. AA, an eventful, high-paced first half here at Kirtland High School.
Yes, it has been. And I'll tell you what, defense for Chagrin Falls, that's the story of this first half. I mean, from the first second, on, they've been locked in defensively. And it's taken Kirtland a while to adjust. But, again, don't look. It was a three-point game until the very end. And Kirtland has slowly started to work their way back in. Once they started to figure out, Kyle, hey, let's get a screen or two set. Let's have some of the teammates kind of move around, Ridgeway, kind of move around. All of a sudden, you can kind of cut into some things. And we have a pretty close halftime. It's going to be interesting to see how the second half turns out.
Well, speaking of adjustments, if you go somewhere else for your dental health, you need to make an adjustment and head over to our presenting sponsor for CVC TV, the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Drs. Keith Schneider, Don Lewis, and Jill Weber. Specialties include everything from dental surgery and implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, and trauma reconstruction. Hey, for all of your oral surgery needs, visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website at www.ohsurgery.com. We'll take a quick break. On the other side, we'll recap the first half a little bit more and get you second half action here from Kirtland High School. Again, the Lady Hornets trailing the visiting. Again, Lady Chagrin Falls Tigers 27-21 right here on CVC TV. Back here from Kirtland High School, the score 27-21. Chagrin Falls, the Lady Tigers leading the Lady Hornets here on CVC TV. AA, high stakes, high energy first half for both of these squads. Obviously, we know in high school basketball, everyone makes the playoffs, but seeding and, again, just momentum at this point in the season, really important. Talk about playing a 22-game regular season in high school basketball. There's obviously ebbs and flows, ups and downs, with both these teams trying to right the ship. We know, obviously, for Chagrin Falls coming off a 63-10 win against Orange on Thursday. Before that, they had lost 4 of 5. So getting some momentum back for the Lady Tigers is important. On the other side, Kirtland playing their best basketball right now this season, 7-2 in their last 9. They've really found a good rhythm, and they've had to battle back in this game after a hot start from Emily Ridgway and company. Went down by double digits now, just a 6-point game as we went into the third quarter.
Yeah, this has been a very fascinating game that we have had. You know, we've had a great schedule. You and Cameron last week had the Kirtland boys team, you know, in Crestwood last Friday, but this is a high-level basketball game, and you expect nothing less from two teams that are coming in with 12 wins. But with that being said, the energy level has been off the charts, particularly from Chagrin Falls. But Kirtland started to make a little run in that second quarter.
And we'll see what happens now as third quarter is underway here from Kirtland High School. Three-pointer on the way, quick. That one's no good. Ball trickles out, touched by Kay, and the ball going to go back to Kirtland to get first possession on the defensive end for the Lady Hornets, forcing a long shot quick.
Speaking of Kay, did we confirm if she had 3 fouls? Or
She does.
She's at 3?
She has 3, so got to keep an eye on that. And again, another 5-second violation. Just not a lot of movement from the Lady Hornets, and great job by the Lady Tigers there of playing some good defense, denying the ball. And it's a second 5-second call on Kirtland in this game. Rarely you see those.
Yeah, and again, credit to Chagrin Falls defensively.
Ooh, Stukas almost pulled that one from the far right side wing.
They wanted to. They're going to give you those shots.
She'll take that one. Front iron, no good. Ball tips through. Gets picked up by Wheatley. She'll pass off. And Bird now has it in the corner. She'll dish out of that double team. Three-pointer on the way. Front iron, no good. Pulled in by Stukas. Ball tipped out of bounds, but it's going to go to Kirtland.
Hey, you know what, though? Continue. Your Chagrin Falls keep dominating the boards.
And they're playing this press. And it's a man press, too. For the most part, you have one floater who guards the inbounder. And so Ridgway finds Byrne taking her full court here.
Got to communicate, got to talk if you're Kirtland. Let your teammates know, like, hey, I'm here, I'm open.
It's spin off Ridgway inside, lays it up, lays it in. And one for Emily Ridgway. Chance for a three-point play and to get this down to a one-possession game.
You brought something up there before halftime. Her ability to back down defenders
it's the entire
from coast to coast, basically.
Yeah, free throw line at that point. She spun off and saw there was no one underneath and just decided to make a beeline for the basket and drew the foul. Managed to strength up and in, as that's the first foul on Wheatley. As the free throw is good from Ridgway. It's almost like she's the coach's daughter.
Who knew? Who knew?
Disciplined, fundamental. Emily Ridgway leading all scorers. What a game she's had to this point.
Of course, Coach Matt Ridgway doing a great job, this Kirtland team.
Now Russell tried to throw that one up, some contact, but no call. Rebound pulled in by the Lady Hornets. Chance to tie or go down one here. They fought all the way back. They were down double digits in that second quarter. It's like both these teams having great seasons because of their ability just to roll with it. Gadick working inside, right hand, that's no good. Ball tipped out of Kay's hands, tracked down, and eventually pulled in. Pass off.
Great job by Kay.
Yeah, passing through, wide open layup for Russell is up, and it's good.
Kay did a great job getting the ball, recognizing the cross-country look there, and getting the points from Russell.
And she threw that ball essentially across the country. As now here comes Kirtland back, down 5 again, 6:11 to go in this third quarter. Ridgway seemingly in the post, the three-point line, just trying to use that size. Lays it up inside. That one's no good. Ball pulled in by Byrne. She's fighting, and Kay somehow gets down there in there as well. And Kennedy Boyd fought for it. Foul called in late. That's going to be on Wheatley. So that's going to be her second foul in about 30 seconds.
Boyd did a great job really fighting for that basketball, getting in there.
Yeah, 2-on-1. She really had to try and fight through it. You mentioned the size difference. We talked about that throughout the game, but honestly, Chagrin Falls has been able to get a bunch of offensive and defensive rebounds in this game, despite being a bit undersized, at least to the coaching staff standards.
Well,
I mean,
yes, they have. Again, you still are a bit concerned about how it's going to all play off in the second half, though.
The layup is long. Katie tried to get that one to fall, pulled in by the Lady Tigers. Here comes Byrne. She pushes. Freshman dishing off. Open mid-range shot, passing through.
Again, Kirtland's going to give you those outside shots. The danger's in the paint, but a good job staying in tall.
And Stukas misses the left-handed layup. Back comes Kennedy Boyd in Kirtland. Boyd trying to back down, work that side. Layup through, no good. Boyd tips it out of bounds, but it's going to stay as Russell got her hand on it last. So Kirtland keeps the possession. 5:17 to go in this third quarter.
We would say the officials are letting these ladies play through it, but Chagrin's defense is doing a great job being disciplined. They're not swiping at the offensive player.
Good pass. That one's short. Katie gets her own rebound and lays it in. At first you don't succeed, try again. Christiana Kadek now with her first basket. She's got 5. Foul called. I think you're going to say she was going up. And that was Russell was being aggressive on this far left side. It's going to be on Lauren Pelagi. That'll be her second.
Stay at it. You know, if you're the Lady Tigers. Good response. I believe the second straight possession where they gone across the court very quickly off a transition.
First free throw is up, and it is in for Avery Russell. We mentioned her, and Lily Stukas have been fantastic this season, both averaging essentially 15-plus points per game. This year, the 1-2 punch of 3 and 20 have been fantastic for the Lady Tigers. Second free throw up and in. Avery Russell having a fantastic game. 10 points for Lily Stukas. Again, there's that full court man pressure. Pressuring the inbounds pass double way and then not leaving your side the entire length of the court.
And you have got to be an A-plus level ball handler to handle this press.
Oh, what a steal. Here comes Russell. She's pushing into the forecourt. Russell lays it up, blocked off of her. They're going to say it stays with the Lady Tigers. I don't know. It was a great block. Running the floor was, again, Pelagi, and just tough break for the Lady Hornets. Thought maybe they're going to get the ball back there, but it's going to stay with Chagrin Falls.
Yeah, I thought maybe the ball kind of slipped off of the offensive player, but great block nonetheless.
And there's another nose. It's a universal fact that they're great at what they do. It's a presenting sponsor for CVC TV, the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery, Dr. Ski Schneider, Don Lewis, and Jill Weber. Again, their specialties include everything from dental surgery and implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, and trauma reconstruction. Hey, for all of your oral surgery needs, do yourself a favor. Head over to the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website. That's www.ohsurgery.com.
I thought you was going to talk about my universal remote control.
I got the Roku remote. I can control my TV from here. Live 40 minutes away.
I heard they have an app, too, which is crazy.
I actually have I have lights in my apartment that I can control. So my mom was hanging out because I was getting a couch delivered today while we're doing the game, of course, here at Kirtland. And I was messing with her a little bit. I was turning the lights on and off to.
I have a ton of questions, but this timeout is over. I have a ton of questions, though.
I'll be more than happy to answer them on or off air. Whichever you prefer.
Side Hustle Podcast. We'll address it there.
And 4:48 to go, Kirtland basketball. They are down 5 on the Lady Hornets here.
So the closest they've been able to get it to has been 3 points.
Oh, taking a shot down the court. Pelagi runs through. She finds the ball. And I'll tell you, when you have problems inbounding, yeah, just throw deep. That ball off the feet of Ridgeway. It's on the floor. It's going to be a jump, and it should stay with Kirtland, and it will.
It will, but I'll tell you what, great job by Russell getting right to the ground, getting after that basketball.
And having some problems in the half court trying to inbound. But yeah, have someone leak out long, give them a shot. Ridgeway's able to get that one in, and here comes Kirtland.
You've been seeing different defenders try to guard Ridgeway.
It's been kind of, the zone, but a trap too. They've kind of maneuvered a little bit. Have the Tigers on defense. Good pass through that one over the top. But Ridgeway's there. She almost thought about that 3. She'll take a mid-range 2. In and out. No good. Rebound pulled in by Byrne, and now back comes Chagrin Falls. Russell. That's her spot, that wing. She'll pass out of it. Russell has it back, spinning through the paint, passing out, baseline. Mid-range shots up. That's no good. Ball tipped, eventually pulled in. Good job by Sumstorf to track down that rebound. Now back comes Kirtland.
And now you're seeing the impact of both defenses because you're not getting some good results now offensively.
Ball goes through the hands of Addison Fleming, and it's going to go back to the Lady Tigers. Again, still a 5-point game, 31-26, with 3:48 to go in this third quarter.
It feels like, though, right now, Kyle, in this third quarter, everything, and I say this for both teams, everything feels rushed right now. You're going to need a player that's going to be able to just obviously make the shot, but kind of settle things down and make a good shot.
A great defense through Fleming, tracks it down. She'll pass cross court. Boyd lost possession, gets it back, lays it up, lays it in. Kennedy Boyd with her first 2 points. Down to a 3-point game.
And that's where it starts. Again, remember where Chagrin Falls got off to a good start in the first half, using their defense to create offense. See if Kirtland do it here in the second half.
And trying to slow down the pace a little bit, get a good shot. Chagrin Falls. A bit more of a struggle on the offensive end here in this third quarter. Russell working, mid-range 2 on the way. Back iron, no good. Ball pulled in by Kadick. She'll dish off the recently checked in Hansen, and she'll pass off to Ridgeway.
And now this is where the size disadvantage comes into play for Chagrin Falls. Defensively, they're not getting those clean rebounds, but good defense there across.
Oh, through the legs. Hansen fighting for it. Ball going to go to the Lady Tigers here. We appreciate the fight, but just a pass that was an awkward spot through Ridgeway's legs. She couldn't control it, and the ball going back now to Chagrin Falls.
That's been the story of this third quarter on both sides. It's like, hey, both teams are trying to get good looks. It's just, it's just not a clean operation.
Been blessed with some great basketball games here over the past number of weeks. 3-pointer on the way from the corner, and it's good. Russell on the far side. She loves the wings in those corners. She's been in good space, and being able to knock down those shots is huge in high school basketball. Another big shot for Russell.
And she was able to set her feet. She had time to take that shot. Needed something to kind of calm things down if you're Chagrin Falls.
15 points for Avery Russell. That's the deal. There's a foul called in late. That one's going to be, and should be on Stukas, which, if my calculations are correct, should be her second. And it is.
A non-shooting foul, obviously.
On the floor is Sumstorf back into the game, sophomore for Kirtland. She's got a couple of 3-pointers, number 10 in white. Opportunity to try and keep this rotation going.
And she was one of those players that got Kirtland back into things in the second quarter.
Pass through, Kirtland working the ball around. 3-pointer on the way. That's Sumstorf, the rebound. No good. Hansen couldn't get there. Pulled in, and now back comes Russell.
And an almost impossible rebound for her to get, though. Again, those 3-pointers, you get more of a direct, long-range rebound.
A great defense by Fleming. She'll push the ball back into the forecourt, dishing cross. Here comes Ridgeway inside. Lays it up, draws the foul. 2 shots on the way for Emily Ridgeway.
Wow.
They're going to call that one, I believe, it's going to be on Carolyn Lynch to be her first.
Again, Emily Ridgeway, 5'11", the senior.
Coach's daughter, the fundamentals we talked about as she hits her first free throw. Fantastic game for Ridgeway to this point.
I think we have seen some of the best ball handling skills from both of these teams all season long. And both of these teams are fantastic when it comes to handles.
And Ridgeway couldn't knock down the second. She's got 15 points in the game. It's a 5-point game in favor of Chagrin Falls. They have the ball here with 1:47 to go in this third quarter. Russell inside, splits the defenders and lays it in.
2 critical possessions where she has shut things down, from the outside and then now the inside game.
Avery Russell's been on fire in this ball game. Ridgeway steps to the side, 3-pointer, back iron, no good, pulled in by Russell.
And that was a good shot. It just didn't fall. It was a great look.
Good sidestep. Passing off, Russell going to set another 3 on the way. Front iron, no good. Ball pulled in by Boyd, but ripped away on defense, passing out. Great effort on the inside right there by Gabby Byrne.
And that is the fight that you need.
Russell thought about another 3 top of the key. She'll pass off of it. Mid-range 2 on the way from Kay. That's no good. Ball tip pulled in by Byrne again. Another offensive rebound for Chagrin Falls, but Fleming with another steal. They should call a jump here. They will, and the ball should go to Kirtland. Physical play out there, Double A. Of course, some of the home Tigers or the visiting Tigers fans, they're both even at this point. I mean, we know we're at Kirtland, but fans showed out for both sides here. You mentioned it was not really any open seats.
Well,
in
you'll
Kirtland,
see,
but
even with the officials, I wonder if the officials thought that it was an open ball situation. It was a clean strip.
remember, you got 10 seconds to get the ball past half court. Ridgeway's got to push. Yeah, good defense by Wheatley, and a foul called as that's on Molly Wheatley. That's going to be her third. She's been tasked with hanging on to Ridgeway in the second half.
Yeah, I was going to say, even if she does get in the foul trouble, I think defensively she has had an outstanding game. And stepping in there as a freshman.
Yeah, it is going to be the third on Wheatley, and that means free throws right now for Ridgeway. She's not down a few in this game. Remember, 15 points for the senior. And an opportunity to creep a little bit closer as we get closer to the fourth quarter. First free throw is up, and that one is good. 16 for the senior.
And they're going to need even more from her as we inch close to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, she's been the constant as Ridgeway knocks down both of those free throw attempts. 44 seconds to go in this third quarter. 5-point game again. Tigers pushing. Stukas sizing up Fleming, working inside. Scoops underneath with the right hand. Almost gets it to fall, and all of a sudden Lily Stukas to the free throw line for two.
That was impressive. Again, just poise inside that paint there.
Third foul on Addison Fleming. Talk about that senior group. Kennedy Boyd, Fleming. Obviously Emily Ridgeway, Claire Davidson, Chloe Hansen, Kadick. First free throw is good. Great group, obviously, for Kirtland. They've been together since third grade.
Unbelievable. You know, and Coach talked about, you know, they were together, you know, that travel team going back to third grade. He's, you know, you talk to coaches throughout high school basketball, talk about the importance of having a travel team and being together all those years. I mean, it's impressive.
You built a lot of chemistry with that, and mentioned Kirtland playing their best basketball right now, but currently down 7, 28 seconds to go in this third quarter, dishing through and breaking that press. This is tough. You see the back end defender helping, and they're going to call a foul. Just trying to get position. That's tough as Abby Coy was down there trying to work through on Chloe Hansen. The size advantage, obviously, with Chloe Hansen, 6'2", just a huge target to pass inside on, and that's going to send Hansen to the free throw line looking for her first points of the game.
And you see her teammates rallying her on.
Hansen's
Giving her
first free
great
throw.
encouragement.
High arcing and good. Beautiful free throw, and you can tell Emily Ridgeway impressed with that. Beautiful shooting for her.
This whole gym was in.
Second one on the way. That's back iron, no good. Tipped, eventually brought in. Kadick gets the board and puts it in. Christiana Kadick with a huge two. 15 seconds. Pushing now as Chagrin falls. Looking through Russell. Corner three on the way. That's no good. Rebound pulled in. Layup. Back reverse, and it's good. Stukas with a great offensive rebound. 1 second to go in the quarter. Boyd tries to throw it up, and it's no good. 40-34.
Look, do we got a foul?
They call a foul.
We got a foul.
Wow. Smart move by the senior Kennedy Boyd. Sensed the contact, threw the ball up. Even if it's a pass, it still should be free throws because they were in the penalty.
That's right.
So the question is, was it a shot? Because if it was a shot, it'd be 3. So difference, 2 or 3 free throws here.
And the other thing being that could be in discussion, too, how much time is left on the clock. So it's a 2-shot foul.
Yes. So Boyd going to get a couple attempts here to get this lead back down to 4. As technically the third quarter not yet over, partner. Here's Kennedy Boyd, who will take 2 attempts.
These are like untimed. Well, every free throw is untimed.
First free throw no good for Boyd. She does have 2 points in the game. Trying to make it 3. Second free throw is up. That one is good. You talk about a game of 1 or 2 points at the end. We expect this one to be close all the way throughout. I mean, that could be huge.
That's huge because, Kirtland's been able to get this game to within 3 points on several occasions, but Chagrin Falls has always made a critical shot, has always had, and especially Russell, has made a critical shot each and every single time. But if you're Kirtland, you need something. You need something offensively to get going, and then you got to get a critical stop on the defensive side if you really want to break through and tie this game, take the lead.
Trying to break through here in this fourth quarter. Going to be on the way shortly. I mean, fantastic. 40-35. Both teams going back and forth. It's been a battle between three players, essentially. Obviously, Emily Ridgway on one side has been fantastic for Kirtland. She has led the way. And, of course, Avery Russell and Lily Stukas. We know they were going to be a huge 1-2 punch for Chagrin Falls in this game. They both are in double digits as well, scoring the basketball. They've been able to do what they've done all season long, but now it's a balance of who can finish in a really tight game here in the CVC.
It's going to be big time. And both teams are going to learn something. Again, we talked about it, like both of these teams are going to start their postseason on Saturday, a week from today. But this is where you learn. This is where you kind of figure things out going forward. And I'll mention, too, again, just because we're here, you can actually see how you're doing on tape. You're going to see it. So this performance in the fourth quarter is going to be huge.
Of course, not looking ahead to the playoffs because these two teams knew who they were facing on this wintry Saturday in Northeast Ohio. Layup is no good, but a foul called. Good take inside for Wheatley. She'll get attempts for her first 2 points. I think they're going to call that on Fleming. If they do, that's going to be her fourth, and it will be. So Addison Fleming got to be careful here as we are in the early stages of the fourth quarter.
And you would imagine it's going to be physical play the rest of the way. Also keep an eye, too, on the Chagrin side. Abby Kay has 3 fouls, but none in the third quarter.
Yeah, it's 2 big free throws from Wheatley. She knocks them both down. Wheatley has 3 in her own right. You mentioned Kay obviously has 3 as well for Chagrin Falls. Other than that, not too much foul trouble. We should see a physical fourth quarter here from both sides. 7-point lead for the Tigers. Ridgway picked it up. Thought maybe it was a double dribble. That mid-range shot is up, and it's good. Ball was tipped. And they made it count. Huge shot from Fleming. It's her first points. Back down to a 5-point game.
I think the fans did the analysis there.
Yeah, ball was just tipped, unfortunately, and that means you can retake your dribble.
But, again, that's what she's been able to do, been able to back down all the way from free throw to free throw, as you mentioned, and create her shots.
A little bit of both now as Tigers regain possession there. I mean, that was going to be a turnover as well.
But this is the end of the ball, the side where Chagrin has had success.
Stukas off her knee, and that's going to go back to Kirtland. That's a huge turnover. She was working her way inside, had a left scoop, but just lost it.
Now, Kate Kirtland, at this point, you got to get it in. We've had a few violations. Both teams have had.
Yeah, you just got to get the ball in bounds at that point and hope you can pass through and find your playmakers and your ball handlers. Good pass, Ridgway cross court. Boyd thought about that 3. She'll work baseline. Pass through. Great defense.
I wish she would have took it.
Trying to find the open player. That ball taken inside. Good effort by Boyd, though, making sure there was no layup attempt. But she smacks the ball out of bounds from behind. It's going to stay with the Tigers.
And now, again, Chagrin Falls is going to have to deal, again, the size matchup, of course.
They're going to take Ridgway out here. I imagine she's not going to go far. As some size coming in as Hanson.
She might have been playing the whole game.
At this point, that ball tipped, and it's going to stay with Chagrin Falls. Tell you what, I thought Kay was going to pick it up and try to get a layup there, but she let it go out. And they'll just reset the out-of-bounds play.
She tried to. I saw what you saw there.
Yeah. That pass through. Russell working the lefty. Floater. Oh, it goes in and out, no good. Hanson still fighting for that ball. Great job.
Great
down the base.
effort.
Stukas fought for it till the very end. Hanson comes up with it, but it's a jump. At least it should be. And that is going to be Kirtland basketball if it was a jump. And it will be.
Tell you what, though.
You love the effort.
Down there.
Love the effort. One of your leading scorers doing that on defense. You feel pretty good about it. As Boyd gets the fast break now, she'll slow it down.
Good pass there.
Finding Sumstorf hit a couple of 3s. That ball tipped. Sumstorf has it again. She'll work, pass it off.
And this is what Chagrin Falls did really well in the first half, disrupting the passing lanes.
Now on-ball pressure, and there's a foul off the ball here. I think that might be Wheatley. On a double foul thing. Interesting. We're seeing a couple firsts. We've seen some 5-second violations and now a double foul call. So
they're on it.
Yes, they called that on Wheatley, so that's her 4th, and they called it on Kadick, that's her 2nd. So put that in your stat sheet and stuff it there.
Yeah.
A couple of fouls they add in. 6:08 to go in the ballgame. 5-point lead for the Lady Tigers. The home Lady Hornets trying to fight through. And again, the inbound issue. Can't get it in.
Gotta get it in.
Goes to the top and eventually gets it there to Fleming. And you have timeouts. Take them if you need to. Boyd, she thought about that three and dribbled out of it.
Remember, Kirtland has already been committed with 2 5-second violations.
Ball tip. Byrne passes through. Hanson back over to Fleming. Top now to Grumsdorf. She'll pass back over to Boyd.
You got the size advantage in the
Position
paint
now
there.
for Hanson. She'll dish out. Boyd trying to work pass through Hanson. Little jump hook. That's no good. Ball pulled in there by Byrne. She'll dish off. Here comes Boyd. Stukas trapped in the corner, and that's going to be another jump ball. This one going to stay with Chagrin Falls. And you can tell now as Emily Ridgway checks into the game, the lack of that true kind of like point guard, safe haven of a ball handler, getting her back on the floor. They brought in Hanson for some size, but now they bring back in Ridgway to try and control the offense a little more on that side.
Yeah, well, if the goal was ultimately just to hold steady, Kirtland did that.
Give Ridgway a breather because she's probably going to play the next 5.5 minutes, I would think, of this fourth quarter. Taking good pass out of that drive.
You wish she would have been able to handle the pass.
But great defense again. Another jump ball. This one going to go back to Kirtland. We've seen a lot of effort, a lot of bodies on the floor. Anna Sumstorf able to lay out and make that play and get the ball back for the Lady Hornets.
Incredible. And you know what? The offense possession I thought was fine. Just not able to handle the pass.
Again, taking a shot deep. What an outlet pass. Layup through Fleming. That's no good. It's blocked, but there's a foul late. That one's going to be on Abby Kay, and it's going to be her fourth.
You know what, though? It's tough because she is in foul trouble. I don't mind that foul.
You don't want an easy layup.
You don't want an easy layup. You don't want the home fans to really get into it, so make them work from the line.
So
I actually like that foul.
Yeah, Fleming going to head to the free throw line where she knocks down her first. She's got 3. Seeing Pelagi check back in for Kirtland and Molly Wheatley. So 4 fouls for 4 fouls there as Wheatley comes in for Kay. Fleming going to try and make this a 3-point game here if she can knock down the second free throw. Shot is up, and it's good. Line drive right to the bottom of the net. 4 points for Fleming, and it's a 3-point lead for Chagrin Falls.
Now, again, this has been the window, that 3, and every time Chagrin Falls has been able to make a key shot to extend the lead.
And this has been the girl to do it. Russell takes it inside and draws the foul on Ridgway. Got the ball first, then some body afterwards, and that's going to send Russell to the free throw line for 2.
And seemingly every single time, Kirtland's been able to bring it to within 3. And I'm not kidding. Every single time, it has been Avery Russell who has made some kind of critical play to open the lead back up.
Huge free throws here as the first one is good for Avery Russell. What a game.
She's only a sophomore. Yeah.
We talk about the future of this Chagrin Falls team. Hey, they're good now, but they're going to be really good next year, the year after, maybe even the year after that too, as she knocks down both of her free throw attempts. Russell having a great game, leading the Tigers in scoring here. Up 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Tigers trying to hold on. Kirtland trying to finish 8 out of 10. 8 wins in their last 10 games. They can pull one off here today. Ridgway with the move inside. That's no good. Ball eventually corralled by Stuka. She passes it back in. Ridgway gets it back. Another layup. That one's a wild attempt thrown off a foot. Going to stay with Kirtland. Looks like it maybe went off of Gabby Burns' foot on a rebound attempt. And looks like maybe Kirtland going to take a timeout here to regroup a little bit. 4:44 to go. It's 44-39 here in the fourth quarter here on CVC TV. Gearing up for a great finish, partner.
Great finish here, and you can't help, by the way, when we're here at this gym, you see it every single time you go up and down the floor, all these championship banners here in Kirtland, and they're all over the place. Of course, when you think of Kirtland, the first thing we think of is the football team and all the success they've had. But you got 2 programs here today that has played high-level basketball. And both teams should be proud of their efforts here. But they want to win.
Speaking of proud and successful partnerships, of course, want to thank our presenting sponsor for CVC TV, a proud and successful business, the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Drs. Keith Schneider, Don Lewis, and Joe Weber. They handle everything from dental surgery and implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, and trauma reconstruction. For all of your oral surgery needs, you know what to do. Visit the website, ohsurgery.com, www.ohsurgery.com for more information. Mid-range shot from Kadick on the way. That's back iron, no good. Ball tipped and pulled in by Kirtland. Yep. Fleming comes down with it.
How many times you yell out, save team, you're at the wreck?
They just got to go for it. And that's going to be a moving screen called on Pelagi. That's going to be your third. Ball going back to the Lady Tigers here, and it's those kind of turnovers you just can't have right now, Double A.
And this has been tough, too, because Kirtland's been trying to find a consistent second scorer, and it just hasn't been able to materialize here in the second half.
Seen Kadick do what she can. She's got 7. Fleming's got 4. Sumstorf has 6. Those 2 threes in the first half. Layup inside. That one's good. Get cut through for Abby Coy. She has 6. Now back up to a 7-point lead for Chagrin Falls.
And that's an amazing shot, amazing play, of course. But it makes it tough when you don't have a second consistent option scoring-wise.
Ridgeway passes inside. Foul called. And if that is on Wheatley, I think that's going to – no, it's not. So that's going to be on Coy. So Coy's going to have 3 now. Wheatley was in the vicinity. You get a little nervous when you see certain numbers around the foul, as you're never quite sure who's going to be called on. But Kadick will head at the free throw line. First one is up. Front iron and no good. Christiana Kadick had 3 made free throws earlier in the game, but could not get that one to fall. And these are all crucial right now, Double A. You talk about a team, too, that likes to slow things down a little bit in Kirtland and try to be more of a half-court type offense. You've got to hit these free throws.
No question about it.
And Kadick does rattle home the second. She's got 8 points. Second leading scorer for this Kirtland team. Move inside. Stukas throws it up right hand. That's no good. Ball eventually pulled in by Kennedy Boyd. She'll have to push now. Boyd working on the right wing. Dishing across. Ridgeway. Three-pointer on the way. Back iron, no good. Ball tipped and eventually pulled in by Boyd. Russell couldn't bring it in. Comes Kennedy Boyd trying to work through, tipping back out. Katie dishing off. Boyd lost it for a second, but gets it back.
And Kirtland's doing a better job of, again, off the ball. Like, hey, if you don't have the ball, don't remain stagnant. That was not happening if you remember back in the first quarter.
And a foul going to be called on Coy. That's going to be her 4th. So now I've got multiple players here. Is Abby Kay going to check back in for Wheatley? Again, 4 fouls for 4 fouls. But the aggressive defense trying to keep that energy up. Wondering if this is going to be free throws now, and I think it will be.
What, in the bonus?
No, they're going to call this on the floor. No bonus yet.
Okay, yeah.
We're getting close, but no bonus yet. Both teams have 4 team fouls here in the 4th quarter, so we're almost there. And we talk about then if it becomes a free throw game, you like Kirtland's chances. They shoot the ball really well from the charity stripe.
And again, Chagrin Falls.
Oh, what defense.
That's what you want right there. You want that. And again, against the Kirtland team who has struggled all game long with getting the inbounds pass.
Yeah, Gabby Burr in right place, right time, took the ball back out. Boyd now gets it.
It's going to be interesting to see how Chagrin Falls kind of plays this, considering they have now multiple players in foul trouble.
Pelagi, mid-range shot is good. Big time for her first back, and Pelagi knocks it in. 4-point game, 3 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
And Chagrin Falls has never rushes their offensive possessions when the home crowd starts to feel it.
Tigers have led from essentially the end of the first quarter till now after an early Kirtland run from Emily Ridgeway. Russell going to work, pass back out, some motion offense now for Chagrin Falls. Just trying to find a good shot, not trying to rush anything. Good defense by Boyd. She almost got the steal. Russell gets it back. Now that ball through, and a foul going to be called on Pelagi.
Man.
Almost read that ball, but the pass got there just a little bit too early, and Pelagi gets called for it.
And she knew she mistimed it. She knew it right off rip.
And now we're in the bonus, so some free throws on the way. It's Pelagi's 4th, so got to watch her now for the remainder of this ball game.
One thing, though, I saw that Coach Ridgeway, he did love the effort. He communicated, non-verbally communicated with Pelagi, like, hey, good effort, ready to get after it at least.
Some stomping here. It's not an earthquake as the free throw gets stuck. Now, this happened in the JV game, too. This is actually
I've been waiting
impressive.
for this all season.
I'll tell you what.
So what happens here, Kyle?
Yeah, twice in a day. Normally, this is where someone asks me to come down and knock the ball out.
Yeah.
Said they'll bring a ball
Hey, the
from
tall
the side.
announcer's over here. I'm kidding. Sorry.
Yeah, it's smart to give it to the basketball players here, but
Yeah.
Kennedy Boyd going to try again. She's going to line up the shot. That one knocks it through and knocks it out.
I'll
Good job
clap
by Boyd.
because if they wanted me to get it, I wanted to.
So because it was a possession arrow, it's going to stay with Chagrin Falls, believe it or not.
That's a good point. Yep.
And so Bird knocked down 1 of 2. It's a 5-point lead, 2:33 to go. Ball passed up top. And again, no rush here for the Lady Tigers. Just run your motion offense. If you get an open layup or a wide open mid-range shot, take it. Otherwise, just work the ball around. Of course, as I say, the ball is tipped. It's loose on the floor, picked up by Kirtland. Ball still loose on the floor, and eventually there's going to be a jump called again. This time it's going to go back to the Hornets.
And I understand not rushing. I get it. But you still got a ton of time. There's 2:16 left. Man.
Sumstorf, offensive substitution back into the game now. She mentioned that. A couple threes in that first half. Has been quiet since, but you want to bring that shooting out now and let Emily Ridgway bring the ball up and hopefully just create for you.
And again, be mindful too, Chagrin Falls.
Oh, Ridgway got pushed.
Defensive foul situations.
That's going to be on Byrne. That's going to be her first.
And that's the one person that you don't mind taking a foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, if it's the person not with 4 fouls, you probably want, as Byrne gets the call. But Ridgway, not the person you want to send to the line here. She'll line up her first, and front iron no good. Ridgway made 4 free throws in this game, and she needs a big one here to try and close this gap a little bit.
You know what, a 5-point game right now. Of course, boxing out is going to be a major issue.
18 points for Emily Ridgway tonight, including that free throw. 4-point game, 2 minutes to go here in the fourth. The Tigers clinging to a 2-possession lead.
And again, Chagrin Falls, they got to be very careful in terms of making sure that none of these passes can be picked off.
And you can, like we said, you can run your motion offense, which is built to just kind of chip away and eventually find some openings.
You wonder when will Kirtland take that chance?
And there you go, and Pelagi, that's going to be her 5th. So Lauren Pelagi's going to have to take a seat after this first free throw attempt. She did have a mid-range jumper here in this fourth quarter. And the junior, Pelagi, actually only junior to crack the starting lineup. Everyone else are seniors. Her day is over. And Fleming checked back in. First free throw is up, and it's good. I tell you what, Chagrin Falls has been able to hit these free throws in some key moments as Stukas knocks down the first.
And if you do want to go head-to-head on like one stat, it is the free throw line.
And she misses the second. Ridgway tried to track it down, but it's eventually pulled in. There by Sumstorf, dishing off now. Comes Fleming. She'll dish off to Ridgway. Got to move here. 1:30 to go in this fourth quarter. 5-point lead for the Tigers. And Cross trying to find some openings here. Sumstorf. Passing in Ridgway. In the post. Ridgway lays it up inside. That one rattles in. Huge shot for Emily Ridgway. 3-point game with 1:10 to go in the fourth quarter.
And again, as you mentioned, the motion offense, you get things scored, but Kirtland will take a chance defensively.
They will have to at some point. It is technically a 1-possession game, and you know you can knock some shots down here, but you'd rather it be at least 2 points.
And you want to get the ball away from Russell if you're Kirtland.
Yeah, Stukas, too. She can knock those down. Good pass through. Russell has now dishing off. Time ticking off the clock. So much coming through. And eventually a foul by Ridgway. And it's Avery Russell who's going to head to the free throw line. Trying to improve on a huge day.
Yeah, and she has come through to this point almost every time.
19 points tonight for Avery Russell, I should say this afternoon as we hit the later stages of it. First free throw is no good. Front right, no. Off the iron, 40 seconds it remains, a 3-point game. This is a crucial free throw. And a timeout going to get called.
Big one, that's a Kirtland timeout, perhaps.
Make her think about it a little bit there, as this could be huge. And we talk about just momentum too, Double A. Getting into the playoffs next Saturday, it's a week away, and you want to make sure you build towards that. And this is your last chance during the regular season to try to get some positive momentum into these playoff matchups.
Oh, of course. And to do it in front of a big audience, and this is that opportunity. You get stuff on film. You get, whether you win or lose here today, you got some good material to review on film, through CVC TV, and obviously, you worked your behind off. You want to win this game. I mean, both teams have, and Chagrin to this point again, they have led by 3 points or more, for the majority of this game. Kirtland has made that run. So what they're probably talking about right now, if the second free throw is missed, boxing out, making sure that you don't give up a critical rebound, on that side of the ball.
Yeah, so leading scorer in the game right now is Emily Ridgway from Kirtland. She has 20 in this game. Avery Russell, she needs 20 here to try and make this a two-possession game as she shoots the second of her 2 free throws. She is sitting on 19 points. Lily Stukas has 15 for Chagrin Falls as well. So we talked about pretty much all game that 1-2 punch. They've combined for 34 of the 48 points for the Lady Tigers. And I think if the coaching staff has it their way, they want it to be 40. So,
of course.
Or 35, rather. That free throw is good. Huge shot for Russell. She now has 20. Sub back in is Sumstorf.
So, again, Kirtland just got their timeout in. So this is where you talked about the adjustments here. And now with 40 seconds, this is where Chagrin Falls is at their best with the press. They're going to back off a little bit here.
Yeah, pressure the ball, but not overdo it now. As Ridgway passes inside, was looking for Koenig, and the ball taken away. Huge steal by Abby Kay. She'll dish off corner. Byrne dishes up top. That ball high, but pulled in by Stukas. She's going to get pressured, and
somebody
eventually,
has to foul.
Yeah, they'll foul as Kennedy Boyd will get called for it.
They successfully trapped.
Did they call a timeout? No foul. A timeout call, double A.
Interesting. So Chagrin successfully trapping Ridgway there.
Ridgway broke it, and she just passed out, tried to find an open teammate who then passed back, and just, again, timing a little bit off. That pressure from Chagrin Falls has been suffocating pretty much from the onset.
Oh, yeah.
Kirtland handled it well the first few minutes of the game, but after that, I mean, it's been tough to just find something easy in the half court.
I think that's the theme of this day. Like, nothing has been easy, on that side of the ball.
Well, that's Kirtland's credit, too. The defense is locked in a little more here in the second half. It made it tougher for Chagrin Falls to get easy looks, too. Remember, they were getting a lot of open shots in that first half, even into the third quarter.
How about this matchup on the inbound?
Yeah, but they've got plenty of timeouts. Chagrin Falls take another one. Russell and Ridgway now locking eyes here on the sideline.
I mean, you want to talk about, like, all right, whoever wins this game, player of the game, that kind of deal. Like that matchup right there on the inbound, you have that.
20 points apiece there, standing next to each other there, as both of Ridgway and Russell have had fantastic games. And we talked about obviously looking ahead for both these teams. We know that Chagrin Falls will take on Orville next Saturday. On the other side, Kirtland will host Lake Center Christian in a first-round playoff matchup. So the matchups are set. They know who they're playing, but, again, this is about CVC, about finishing the season strong against a team from a different division, but someone that you kind of look at and say, hey, similarities between both these teams in a lot of ways.
I mean, this has a feel. I didn't really realize this until you just said it. This has a feel of like a conference championship game a little bit.
It feels playoff.
Like it feels, yeah. This has a playoff feel.
Or what do the kids say now? It's giving playoffs.
Yeah.
Is that what the kids are saying nowadays?
Yeah, let's toss that out.
Yeah. I felt old just saying it, so that's always good.
But honestly, the tone that was set from the first seconds. But here we are. This matchup again on the inbound. Your two leading scorers.
Ridgway trying to lock down. Kay breaks through. No pressure there. They got a foul here quick, and there it is. It's going to send Abby Kay to the free throw line to try and ice this one. Eventually, Sumstorf came up and made that play and a foul, but 3 seconds ran off the clock there.
Well, it's always tough too because there's always a person that you want to foul and who you don't want to foul, and then on the other side, you're thinking on your end, wait. I have this many fouls. I shouldn't be delivering the foul myself. But then after all those thoughts go down, 3 seconds comes off the clock.
Yeah, Abby Kay knocks down both free throws. Back to a 6-point game. Just 13 seconds to go. They got to get the ball up court here.
Got to put up a shot.
Yeah, Fleming just dribbling around trying to find something. Ridgway going to try and force one here. And that one's sent away. Defense right there by Wheelie with 4 fouls. Got the block. Wheelie pushes inside. That ball smacked out of bounds, and it doesn't matter. That's the game. 51-45 the final. What a fantastic effort for Chagrin Falls, literally from bell to bell. The defense suffocating, and it leads to a 6-point win for the Lady Tigers, punctuated by some defense at the end.
This, again, as we said multiple times, this was a high-level basketball game by both teams, and really, really understanding where they're at in the schedule going into the playoffs. But you're right about Chagrin Falls. From the first minute on, suffocating defense. Kirtland is never able to really be comfortable. They were competitive. They made it a game for the majority of it, but the Lady Tigers never made things comfortable defensively. You go right down the list, go right down the roster of the defenders that have made a huge impact, and it really, really got things going for them.
How similar are these teams? Well, they both now finished the regular season at 13-9. How about that? Two teams that had fantastic regular seasons, and now they move and focus shifts to the postseason for girls basketball coming next Saturday, of course, throughout the CVC. We'll be back on the airwaves on Monday, partner. We got some boys basketball business to finish up here in the regular season, and we'll be, of course, coming your way 2 games next week, starting on Monday over at Fairview High School. Excited for that matchup with the Fairview boys, who are having a fantastic year in their own right as well.
Yes, they are. Trinity, that's what they're facing. Yeah, Trinity.
Always a fun matchup when those two teams cross paths. So we'll have that for you guys on Monday, and appreciate you tuning in, of course, today. The final score one more time, 51-45. The visiting Chagrin Falls Lady Tigers get the win over the home Kirtland Lady Hornets here on CVC TV. Player of the game, by the way, Avery Russell, 20 points, huge.
Literally every clutch shot that you needed her to make.
Yeah, ball found
every
her
one
hands,
of
and she made the plays. Fantastic job.
Yeah.
From Avery Russell, and a good shout out to the Lily Stukas, who had 15 points in a row. They combined for 35 of the 51, and Chagrin Falls gets the win. That's going to do it, of course, for our whole broadcast team. For Double A Anthony Alford, I am Kyle Cornell. We'll catch you guys on Monday right here on CVC TV. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Jacob, don't get caught in a blizzard.